we heat up into our summer months, you may be thinking that it's not a great time to plant. You'd be wrong. Summer is actually a great time to plant because it allows extra time to establish those roots before winter. But it's going to take a little bit more work, and here are some tips to help you be successful. First things first is we're going to dig a hole that is about 2 to 3 times wider than the pot size, but no deeper than the pot. We don't want to bury that stem, especially on trees and if they have graft points, below the soil. So wider, but not deeper. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab a bag of Earl May structure and we're going to mix that into our native soil and a little bit of potting mix, and that's going to create this zone that the roots can move through before they get to your just regular native soil, and that's going to help with root development. We're also going to water with Plant Start. Plant Start is a root stimulant, so we're going to help stimulate growth in those roots so that we get better establishment before we get into our winter months. And then we're going to use mulch. Mulch is a great way to conserve moisture and protect those roots and insulate them going into winter. Now, when it comes to watering, watering is the most important thing when you guys are planting in the summer. For the first week, we're going to water deeply every day, and then we're going to taper off from there to 2 to 3 times a week, and then maybe just once a week, depending on if it rains. Now, rain does not always mean that your plant has been watered. 1/4 inch of rain may not be deep enough to actually penetrate down to where the roots are actively developing. So make sure that we're watering deeply.